Welcome and happy Time Zone Soccer Squad. In today's video, I'm going to be going over a beginner-friendly guide to Void Relics. They're Warframe's in-game loot boxes used for a chance at getting better weapons and Warframe parts to build stronger equipment. You've probably heard about them in passing game chats or gotten a few from completing mission objectives already. They're only available to be gotten through in-game missions by trading with other players for relics they acquired, or while other games often have microtransactions, their in-game loot boxes, costing you real-world currency, Warframe does not, setting it apart from other games in its genre. The first thing to know about relics is there are four main types of relics: Lith, Meso, Neo, and Axii, all gotten from different regions in the game as you progress through the star chart. In early game, the one most frequently rewarded for missions is Lith relics. Before starting to open relics, I'd recommend letting about 4 to 5 build up in your inventory first. You can check how many you have at the relic terminal in your ship. It's at the beginning of the right hallway as you head past the ship's arsenal, right here. Now that you have a few relics built up, let's walk through how to do a Void Relic mission. Known as Void Fishers in game, they have their own menu tab in your navigation screen. Go up to the row of menu tabs in the top right-hand corner of the screen, and click on this tab with the flame-looking symbol on it. It'll open up and present you with available Void Fisher missions to play. To open a relic, you need to select a mission that has the same relic type as the one you're wanting to open. Lower level Lith missions will be at the top, with harder level missions further down on the list. Relic missions are best enjoyed with other players. I highly recommend playing them with your game set to public. You can check what your game mode is in the top left hand corner to the right of your username on the navigation screen. If the symbol next to your name is this little circle with grid lines, you're good to go. I'll explain why this improves the game experience for Void Relics later on in the video though. Once you select the mission you want to play, the game will pull up the relic selection menu. This menu is where you'll choose what relic to open. For now, choose whatever relic looks fun and click Begin Mission. Once loaded in mission, Lotus will instruct you to collect 10 in-game drops called Reactant. Reactant is what allows you to open your relic. All 10 Reactant have to be collected before the mission objective is complete to open the relic successfully. Don't worry if you don't get enough though. Not collecting enough Reactant doesn't destroy your relic, it simply goes back into your inventory so you can try and open it again later. The same happens if you quit out of the mission. Additionally, meaning that there's no real risk to running a relic even if you end up not getting the full objective and have to run it again later. As for getting Reactant, it's fairly easy once you get in the game. Yellow-orange rips will appear spawning and transforming enemies into corrupted enemies, giving them this gold-yellow color to identify them with all these lines. When a corrupted enemy is killed, they have a chance to drop Reactant for you to pick up. You can also pick up Reactant from enemies your teammates kill, as in-game drops are per player, meaning a fuller squad collects Reactant more quickly than you would running a solo Void Fisher mission. Make sure not to ignore the mission objective though, as it's still a failable mission just like any other. Alrighty, so you've completed the objective and successfully collected all of your Reactant. Now what? There'll be a countdown at the end of the mission before showing the reward each player got from their relic. You can choose from any of the 4 reward options, meaning that if someone else gets a rare part, you can also get a copy of it for yourself. It's an additional perk for running with a full in-game squad. Depending on the mission type, you may be prompted to select another relic, and this is a feature of endless Void Fisher missions. If you want to play another round, simply click another relic. If not, select no relic and exit as you would from any other mission. Void Fisher missions also have a chance to reward you with another relic upon completion as an additional bonus. Now you've opened your first Void Relic. You aren't quite done yet though, there's still some more to go over. Alrighty, so you may have noticed that you earned this light blue flame-like resource from running the Void Fisher missions. This is referred to as Void Traces. Remember how I said relics were Warframe's version of loot boxes? Each type of item has a different likelihood of being the item you receive when the box is opened. Void Traces can be used to increase the likelihood of rarer parts in the relic. There are 3 different levels, costing increasingly more Void Traces. The change in drop chance can be seen represented by the bars beneath each item type, that grow and shrink to show a visual indication to the player of what the chances are for each item. Now that you understand the basics of how to open relics, let's get into how to get more of them. Relics are received mainly through endless missions in the game, the type that allows you to keep playing until you want to be done, like survival, defense, and excavation, to name a few. There's also a chance for them to drop from spy missions. As you move through the star chart, you'll find other mission types that also reward relics from time to time. There's something that you regularly collect passively in game, so unless you want something specific, you don't really need to dedicate time to farming them. The final thing I wanted to cover is explaining what vaulted relics are. You may have seen this in your relic terminal or heard the word in game chats, but not all relics are available all the time. To keep mission reward tables manageable and reduce player frustration, they are rotated out periodically with new Prime releases. Keep up to date on Warframe Prime updates to know what will be newly available. And don't worry, there are still ways to get items you want from vaulted relics that I'll be going over soon in another video. I think that's all that I have for this video. Please feel free to ask any questions below and I'll answer as best I can. If you'd like to see more of me, please feel free to subscribe or drop by one of my Twitch streams. Alrighty!